And then next, we're looking at fish. So fish, classic protein. Can't go wrong with fish. Some people are allergic, which is okay. But if you do eat fish, this is a good source of protein. Very good. Fish with scales and fins, by the way, right? Not catfish. Not, I mean, it probably has some protein, but according to what the Bible is telling us, it's like catfish also like scavengers. So they're like bottom feeders. Because when you really think about the foods that God said you should eat, especially when it comes to like meat, um, anything that moves on the earth, whether on its belly, whether on four legs, or that swims, what you find is that almost all the animals that we're told not to eat, they're somewhat bottom feeders. They don't eat the healthiest sources of energy on their own. If you really pay attention to it, just as we know how these animals live on Earth as right now, as of now, these animals that God said we shouldn't eat, they're either bottom feeders or they eat weird food. Because again, like we said, like the source, the purest form of energy is from the sun, goes into the plants. From the plants, we eat them. So if these animals are eating, maybe if, especially if an animal eats another animal, that's like, oh, we're not going to be touching that animal. If it eats another animal, if it's like an actual predator and actually preys on other animals, like we're like, no, we're not going to be eating. I mean, some people eat like crocodile. Some people eat, I don't know, like lion. Some people eat bear. But I'm like, nah, I ain't eating that. Once you really understand some of these things, right? Because I think sometimes when you find people who are like, okay, I'm vegan, I'm not eating any animals, anything to do with animals. I think maybe they're just exposed to some people who just take it to the extreme in terms of the kinds of animals that they eat, or maybe how they treat animals, or how they kill that. I shouldn't say that word, but how they take out animals. So that is one of the things that I think maybe if we understood the types of relationships that we're supposed to have with some of these animals and how we're supposed to actually take care of them and also make them food for us, then maybe if that was, a conversation that is shared, because I know some people start saying, oh no, but it's coming from the Bible, oh the Bible's old, like why are we listening to the Bible? I'm like, no, like when you actually look at it and start reading and understanding it practically, it makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense. So we shouldn't just discount something because it was written like thousands of years ago. It doesn't mean that the wisdom doesn't apply. It's still relevant today. It's not outdated. The Bible is not outdated. So if we start try and say no, we're not going to do this, or we're not going to listen to this word or this wisdom, yeah, it's not a personal feeling or personal opinion that someone might have, but we want to stick with what works and what's best for us as humanity, as people. So let's keep going. So yeah, so fish, fine fish is mentioned again, Matthew 14 verse 17, Luke 24 verse 42 to 43, John 21 verse 9. So lean protein, recovery, healthy fats, right? So we have that. That's protein, omega 3 fats in many species, selenium, B vitamins. Fish supports muscle repair and heart health. Fatty fish in particular supports cardiovascular health through omega 3 fats. So that is a good source. So this is like a general, this is general fish. right? So now we've got salmon, we've got trout, and also after the resurrection, when Jesus arose from the dead, he also met his disciples, and they were fishing, and then he called them over as they were fishing. He's like, "Oh yeah, come!" And they had breakfast. They actually had fish with Jesus. It was the first meal that I mean, that's recorded that we know in the Bible that he had. And yeah, like that's what he had. So just think about it. Hmm. So we've got fish, salmon, trout as parallels to biblical fish, right? So that's still fish. So it falls in that category. So same thing, protein, healthy fat. Um, so yeah, so we covered that. So now we've got lamb. Lamb, Exodus 24, verse 8, and First Samuel 25, verse 18. Excuse me. So protein rich, sorry, rich, lamb is rich in protein, iron, and provides a source for energy, strength, support. Complete protein, right? So we talked about how beans has some amino acids, and the amino acids make up the protein. So some amino acids we don't find them in beans. So something like lamb, beef, actual meat will provide us the full spectrum of amino acids. So the profile for beans is good when you because it's also like a carbohydrate, but it has a high protein amount compared to most carbohydrates. So that's why it's also considered a good source, and obviously has micronutrients and whatnot. So when you're looking at like pure protein sources, you have things like lamb, you have beef, calves, oxen. They have a complete profile for protein. So they have the amino acids that you require, that your body requires, all of them. So complete protein. You've got your iron, zinc, B12, and the iron, zinc also important for supporting your hormones as well, and testosterone. So it's good. So that's why people say like you should eat meat. For a lot of men, it's like, okay, as a man you should be eating meat. That's one of the things that you find is that a lot of the meats, red meats, they support testosterone production. Also with the fats that come with the meat, they support production of testosterone. Okay, and then lamb supports muscle repair, oxygen and oxygen transport. So that's one of the things with like red meats. They also have they support muscle repair, red blood cell production, and supporting your oxygen transport. But like all red meats, base fits best in a balanced diet, right? Not the center of every meal. So like again, I don't think the whole idea of like specific diets that focus on one food group is the best for everyone. A lot of people who tell you like, okay, I stick with carnivore and I eat meat only, I eat veggies only, like people who go hard on one thing or like keto, those diets are more prescriptive. And for sure, because every diet will work based on the conditions, based on certain and specific conditions. Every diet works and works best for different people in different positions. Because if someone is diabetic and they're told, like, okay, go on a keto diet, that diet might be the best. And someone with hypertension, they're told, okay, go on a Mediterranean diet, that diet might be the best. So all of these diets can work. It just depends on what is your specific condition. But for the general public, general health, like people who are just healthy, they don't have any underlying conditions, they don't necessarily need to try and subscribe to one particular diet and think that that is the diet that works for them, but they actually need to support their health by having a balanced diet. because you need all the other nutrients. Because if you focus on one, you're not giving your body other nutrients and other sources of food, or like more carbs or fats or micronutrients to support your health, to support all the functions that your body requires. So you really have to pay attention to say, okay, who am I taking this advice from? So it needs to be tailored, it needs to be customized to your specific lifestyle, to your specific conditions. And that is one of the most important things. So don't just take anything and just say, I'm going to run with it. Because that person who's telling you, they're not telling you that they're sick and they're using their diet to treat a condition. They might not be telling you that. So you really have to think about, okay, what is it that applies to me? So that's one thing to just leave there for you. So beef, calves, oxen, Proverbs 15, verse 17, Luke 15, verse 23. So we've got a protein and iron, complete protein, iron, zinc, B12. So same thing. Red meat supports strength, iron status, and iron status, especially when someone is under consuming protein, but it should sit inside an overall whole food pattern.